Greymane is a ranged and melee assassin that specializes in dealing burst damage from afar and jumping in melee range to finish off his target. If you want to see him played live, make sure to check our stream on twitch.tv/Marcelian&Flame. Greymane's passive is Curse of the Worgen. When he is in human form, his basic attacks are ranged, while in Worgen form, his attacks are melee and deal 40% more damage while he's having 10 armor. Before getting into his skill, let's talk about Greymane's E ability, Dark Flight, where he leaps at an enemy dealing decent damage and turning into a Worgen, accessing his second set of abilities. While already in Worgen form, the skill turns into Disengage, and activating it will make Greymane dash to a direction and shift into his human form. The skill is used first to engage a target, ideally finishing it off in Worgen form, and leaving a fight when things start to get dicey. In human form, his Q is Glinean Cocktail, where Greymane fires a narrow skill shot that explodes upon impact, dealing moderate damage and splashing for huge damage behind the initial target. The skill is used to poke and soften up your targets before going in for the kill. In Worgen form, the skill turns into Razor Swipe, where Greymane slashes in front of him, dashing a short distance and dealing high AoE damage. This will be your main source of damage and chase potential while already in Worgen form. Greymane's W is Inner Beast and remains the same skill in both forms. Activating it will increase your attack speed by 50%, and every successful basic attack will reduce its cooldown by 0.5 seconds and refresh its duration. Since the skill already has a 20-second cooldown, you ideally want to use it to get as many auto attacks in as possible. To get a full cooldown reduction, you need a total of 40 auto attacks. Go for the Throat is our first heroic, where Greymane jumps at a target and shifts into Worgen form if not already in it, and deals high amount of damage. If the skill kills a target, you can reuse it within 10 seconds. Cursed Bullet is our second heroic, where Greymane shifts into human form and fires a bullet at a target. The first hero hit takes damage equal to 35% of his current health. You want to use this always on targets, preferably tanks, when they have full health. With the cooldown being fairly low at 30 seconds, you can preemptively use it before every fight to soften up the enemy tank. Speaking of softening up, let's take a look at Greymane's builds. And I say build because unfortunately he only has one viable build, and that is the Cocktail build. The aim of the build is to do AoE damage to soften up the enemy team and finish them up in your Worgen form. As such, we take perfect aim at level 1, increasing the range of the Q by 30% and refunding some mana if it hits a hero. The range increase will give you some distance safety since you are, for the first part of the fight, a ranged assassin. Draught Overflow will increase the length of the explosion by 35%, ensuring you can hit more targets in a wider area. Level 7 is where we will actually get the quest for our Q, as opposed to most other assassins, showcasing just how strong it actually is. Every enemy hit will add 15 damage to it, up to a total of 225. After hitting 15 heroes, you reduce its cooldown by 4 seconds as well. Level 10 brings both heroics as viable choices, but Cursed Bullet has a strong presence, making you a tank killer. Pick this and make sure you aim it at the enemy with the highest health. It will always do 35% of their current health in damage, regardless of the armor the target has, making you a counter to high health targets, most likely tanks. Here I recommend Running Wild as our best pick. Greymane suffers from 0 sustain during fights, and even with the added 10 armor in Worgen form, he is still squishy. Getting extra range on your E will make your engages a lot deadlier, helping you jump on the back line instead of the tanks, and also makes your escapes almost Genji level good. Here you have two viable choices between Executioner, that increases your attack damage by 30% for 3 seconds after attacking a disabled target, or Alpha Killer, making your Worgen auto attacks deal 3% of the target's max health. I would recommend Alpha Killer in the current meta. Tanks are hard to take down, and your team will always want a tank killer in the roster. With the Cursed Bullet and Alpha Killer, no target will be a bad target for Greymane. Level 20 is up to your personal preference. To go with the build's playstyle, I would recommend Hunter's Blunderbuss, giving your range attack splash also for 100% of their damage, which can provide you with easier engages and finishers. With Greymane, you want to stay in human form and range poke the enemy until they get low enough. Once you see a kill chance, you jump in Worgen form and focus down your target. Always try to engage once you know you will get the kill. Try to position your cocktail so that your preferred target is behind the one who will trigger the explosion for maximum damage. Thanks for checking our latest guide. We love your support and you make this channel and everything that we do possible. Check out our social media in the description and our stream on twitch.tv/Marcelian&Flame for even more hot content. Peace out.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure to also check us out on twitch.tv/Marcelian&Flame. You just hit that follow button and you'll be notified whenever we stream.
We stream every day of the week from 12 PM Pacific Standard Time and 9 PM Central European Summer Time. See you there.